I think we got it. There we go. That's better. You get a point at the table, but it's kind of hard to see everything else is still here, if that's the case. Hello, everybody. This is Maniac for Bricks. This is Joey. I'm confused and scared a little bit. I still don't quite understand everything going on with YouTube in the next few months. I'm only getting a little more idea about it because of people like Brickset and Nick on Planet Ripple who have tried to explain it. Sometimes I don't comprehend it the first time around, and I definitely need to do more work on that to try to figure it all out of what's going to happen. I just broke this well, but it wasn't going to be pocket used anyways. Still works as a knife. Just doesn't clip onto a pocket. So, I do see some people starting to come into the chat. We got a Matoro AW. How's it going? Yeah, as you can hear right now, I'm excited because we got more stuff to talk about. Angry Dragon 114, nice to see you here as well. I'm excited because we got more stuff. The previous haul video that I had, end of summer epic haul or whatever it was called, that was supposed to include some of this stuff, and it didn't because some of it was still at the post office, and I just didn't receive it the same day, or it just wasn't brought over. Whatever the case was, I don't know exactly. And this stuff I got actually in the same day as that whole video, because I'm a pushover, and Sega is one for peer pressure. I'm just joking here. He was just strongly encouraging. He was like, hey, I want to get the Hidden Side set. And I was like, well, I could probably get a couple more Lego sets. And he was also going to offer something for me with a trade. He also was going to go get some collectible minifigures in general. But I have to fix that. So there's that. We also have to take care of. And we also will be talking about blind bag figures in this video. Doing some blind bag opening. But yeah, there was some extra stuff at the post office. I was supposed to get earlier, and for some reason didn't. And now we're only down to one viewer. I don't know where he went. Whoever it was, bye. So, let's get it opened. And I completely missed the mark. Okay, there we go. It's still opened. It's still good. I really don't know what's happening with YouTube. I need a lot more details, and even if it has to be told in baby steps to me, that's fine as long as I understand it. As long as I get the picture. I guess it is. It is just you and me. Oh, wait. Yep. That's true. Well, and I'm not sure if it's to the point of people have to jump ship, but is it bad that I already have a backup plan? I've already had a Daily Motion account for over a year, maybe a year and a half or so, where I've uploaded some of my Lego videos. Not all of them, not as regularly as YouTube, because I knew there wasn't really a following there. I wasn't really going to advertise it, but at least I knew that, hey, I could cement myself as, this is Maniac for Bricks. So happened on there, somebody uploaded one or two of my videos without my permission, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get those removed, or if they have been removed. Weird. And they weren't even the most popular of videos, that I recall, at least. They were just, I just recognized the content as soon as it went up, and I was like, okay. So, I think it was like through a Google search or something, and then I found out it was on someone's channel on Daily Motion. I didn't have one then, so I got one, so that I can try to work that out. I don't know much about Daily Motion either, when it comes to their specifics and all that fun legal stuff. But maybe we could talk a little less about the fun legal stuff, which isn't fun. And we can talk about one of the most wanted Lego sets that I had, I think in either 2017 or 2018. I made a list of 20 Lego sets that I'd really like to get. This one I originally had at one point, and then had to sell it off because I just needed a little extra on me. I had a good run with it when I did. And then I found it again when things got better. and was able to talk it down to basically the same price. The only difference is I don't have the box. I don't think it has the instructions now. It doesn't, but it does have all the pieces because I have seen this thing assembled. It does have the mask included with it. We are talking of what do you call it? Bionicle nature. BFab, nice to see you here. My wine list is overpriced. Yeah, a lot of things in my wine list were overpriced too. And I'm just trying to see what was in here. YouTube going downhill, the recent update they posted. Yeah, I only know tidbits about it just from social media. And I guess it needed more dumbed down to me. I actually understand what's going on. So, that's not Scooby. The dogs you're hearing barking, they're not Scooby. But, first item we have here, a Lego Bionicle set 8998 Toa Motunui. This I've actually reviewed before on the channel, but I didn't have for a long time. Happy to have it once again, and especially for the mask, because that was something I wanted to collect. Oh, you only hear birds. Okay, yeah, that's on the other side, because I that way I can hear dogs barking. But yeah, a Lego Bionicle set that I've wanted for a long time. Happy to have it again. And even though this time it doesn't have the box and doesn't have the instructions, it still has the parts, and that's fine by me. This stream should be called Maniac Live featuring Bird. Yeah, there is a kind of method where I could get the birds to be quiet. I just wasn't sure how productive it would be, or if it would really change audio that much in the stream. So, one down, 2 boxes to go, and I believe this one might be Nerf related. So hold your bricks, everybody. Got one here from eBay. The first one was from eBay. This one also from eBay. Oh no! Oh, I was wrong. This is Lego. Okay, sweet. This is actually a Lego set that I was looking for quite a while. I knew that trying to find some parts on their own would be difficult or expensive. I know that Scooby, what are you up to? Okay. He just kind of ran across the room, behind the camera. So this was a Lego set that I only have part of it. Unfortunately, from certain somebody who didn't promise me everything in the set. You might know him by now. Anywho, this set is like 99% complete. If there's 1 or 2 parts missing, they're basic parts. There's nothing, really particular. And I got this for pretty much the same as the retail price when it came out. So I'm happy with that. It does have instructions. It does have the figures. And I think you already know what it is because we've got a lot of dark blue, lime green, orange in here. BFab knows what's up. It's the Speedboat Pursuit? I forget what it's called. Speedboat Rescue or something like that? Mission 4 of Ultra Agents. It's a video I've been trying to work on for a while. I keep redoing parts of the video because I keep finding other ones. I'm like, well, eventually I'm going to get this video out. Did I say Ultra Agents? I think I just meant regular agents. It was before Ultra Agents. But yeah, the critical thing was getting the 2 sharks. The 2 sharks, on average, I see them go $20 on the resale market. I paid $40 for this. The original set, when it came out in 2008, was $40. Again, this is all United States retail, or United States currency. So I'd say this is a pretty good deal. Even though I already have the speedboat, it's incomplete. This should be most of the speedboat. Won't have to really worry that much about building it or finding extra parts or whatever. And this will be more to add into that collection. So eventually that collectathon will go out. And I won't have all the sets at this point, but this is a major one for me to get things going forward. I think I may have another 1 or 2 that are on their way, and it's not in this box. This one I believe is actually from Amazon. I can feel the weight of it. There we go. And voila. Once again, I have to thank brickset for finding this, because this was something that I was having my eye on for a while, waiting for it to go down in price a bit, and I thought the price was right when brickset posted about it. on the community page. Imagine that, having a YouTube community, a comment section where people can interact with each other and not just me blah on the video. But before we get to that, we got a book that I think is going to be very critical for my Lego collection. I think it's a fun book for anyone, but there are many versions, so go with what works for you, with how it's divided, with the price range of it. This one is pretty darn close to complete. Even though, yeah, it's been a few years since it was first released. The Christoph Bartnek, once again, I had the color guide in the previous one, but this one is the complete Lego minifigure catalog 1975 to 2015. I know you might be saying, wait, didn't minifigures start in 1978? Why is there an extra 3 years? I'm assuming it's because he's counting the prima figs, as I call them. The minifigures that don't have arms and legs, and having a record of those. These are really nice pictures, by the way, and nicely laid out of each of the categories. I think it's the Bricklink listing for them. Something like that. Strangely, a few of them are in gray, but I think for the background, but I think it's because it's like a whitish figure, like a skeleton or something. So that makes sense. I thought they got the face wrong for a second. I was like, they better not. Yeah, even different variants of them, like if they have scuba gear. Oh, there we go. We got agents in here, and that's interesting. They're almost the same figure for Agent Chase, but one of them has a different helmet color. I hope it's not a mistake that they printed the same thing twice in the book. I don't know. I have to look back on that, but interesting nonetheless. That's kind of awkward. This one is the same but different. But it's kind of hard to tell on how they show it. Two figures of Agent Chase that on the surface look identical, but I know one of them has to be the double-sided head version. It just doesn't show that there's a double-sided head. Doesn't really do that for any of these. Not maybe the best thing for a nearly $60 book. It's kind of awkward having the one page there for the... yeah, literally just one over. Okay. It is what it is. It isn't an official book. It's a fan book, so I totally get if there are mistakes in there. I probably would have some too, writing a book like this. Interestingly, they have the code for each of the themes. Again, yeah, it's based on Bricklink. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why it starts with 1975. We got a lot of themes covered. They have a table of contents. I'm telling you, know it's a lot covered. 1975. Who's the one in there? And BFAB, they do have the Raskus figure that you were looking at, that you own. So that's cool. I don't know if he's still in here. I don't know who's in here now. Is anybody here? Stream. Nope. Yep. That was literally nothing left. I'm just trying to read through here to see why it's called why it starts at 1975. Like what's their explanation for it? I hope it wasn't just a marketing thing where it's like, oh, this just looks better that it's literally 40 years. And it's like, but if you don't have any records, why put that number? I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Because it says it in the book, 1978, LEGO Group introduced human-like figures called minifigures. I don't know. It doesn't say anything in here about 1975 in this introduction. Which I would think would be the best place to look for it. What is up with this? This is literally a library textbook. This is huge. Like, hardcover. Yeah. I wish I could take like a, Control F, find through the book, 1975. So, I don't quite understand the order of the book. It's based on castle. It's not like an alphabetical order for any of the themes, as far as I know. Not really. I mean, it's still a great look, but... Huh. That's also interesting. Throughout the book, I found in the Batman section, they have 2 blanks. Like, there's a record of the figure, but there's nothing photographed there. I'm confused. Why are there 2 gray silhouettes in there? I can imagine, maybe you couldn't find every figure. Yeah, that's fine. But this is weird. He was able to get Zoran R. He was able to get the Arkham Knight, or Arkham, what do you call it? The ones from the UCS Batmobile. Both of them are in here. This is a good record. There's a lot of cool stuff seeing all the figures side by side, but I'm still confused. I don't know why they call that Disney Universe. And then I just have it as Toy Story, because there's nothing else Disney in here. Yeah, even the Ferrari section, there's a whole bunch of figures that are missing in the record. So why is that a thing? I don't know if anybody else has reviewed this book on YouTube or anywhere else, but it really does make me wonder about these little hiccups. Remember, this is up to 2015, so I could totally get that there would be a lot more minifigures in here and a lot more different sections if it was redone today. Got a load of the rings. I got Star Wars. They've still got Star Wars. It really does go for like a lot of pages in the book. Simpsons. Oh, so they have it like by license and then non-license. But they had Castle earlier. So there must have been... I have to look at the table contents again. I don't understand. But nothing in here is marked as from 1975. So I don't quite know what the deal is. And there are stars next to these. I didn't read in the beginning, but I guess they have some meaning. Maybe about rarity. Huh. Okay. I know, this is probably the most riveting content you've seen all day. But, I'm just wanting to figure this out. Well, that one's wrong. They have one guy for fusion, and they didn't include the Friends Minute at all, which would technically go there. I don't know. There's a lot of numbers. Bricklink Index. That is crazy. Wow, pages and pages of it. It's got like different heads in here too. You can search by heads. But yet there are some grayed out. So like that seems pointless. There's information, but it doesn't help all the way. I'm really confused here. I guess I'm going to have to look more at this a little later. But that's not the thing I was trying to thank Brickset for. The thing I was thanking him for, from Amazon, is about this Lego Spider-Man set I had my eye on for a while. Especially after seeing Spider-Verse. I got a little more intrigued in the set. This is set number 76115, Spider-Mech versus Venom. When this set first came out, I liked the Venom aspect of it. I never owned the set until now, but I liked the way the Venom looked. And I thought, you know, not only is it a cool design, but it seems like a practical thing Venom could have. I could never reason with Spider-Man. Spider-Man merch is always impractical compared to the figure. But that's because when you make a toy, you have to make the toy do something. And Spider-Man is always, or almost always, portrayed smaller than an action figure in a lot of toy brands, so you kind of have to make something for him to go in. Because fundamentally, he's the same as every other figure. You know, this Spider-Man minifigure is going to be the same as, you know, Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen, whatever you want to call it, or Venom, or whoever. But yeah, this is a set I was looking for a while. I think it was around 30 or so when I saw it. So I thought that was reasonable. I thought it was at least good for the builds. Probably not going to keep the Spider-Mech around long as far as building it. But the Venom I think would be cool, having that prance around. And I do like the Spider-Gwen included in here because of Into the Spider-Verse. That's what made me more interested in this set. You know, I looked at it once, then I did a double take. So I don't know if anyone else joined in the chat while I was reading over the book, but this was the complete Lego minifigure catalog, which I have to argue has a few grays, probably not complete. It is in a used condition, because I can already tell a couple scratches along the sides of the book. That's fine. This catalog presents high-quality photographs of all LEGO minifigures released between 1975 and 2015. But I didn't see anything from 1975, or at least it didn't make it clear. I'm confused. It's a good wealth of information, but there's some gaps. There's some misinformation throughout this. So in here, Dan Boggs, nice to see you. Sorry I was spacing out a bit with the book. Loving the new Smash DLC. Yeah, I definitely got it this morning. I've only played through basically one round with each of the characters so far. For Banjo and for Sans. Sans. I mean, me Fighter, or me Gunner, I think, as a Sans costume. Basically Sans. I haven't done Hero yet, and I haven't done, what's his face? Joker yet. But I do have them. I'll look into the rest of the DLC. I'm not sure. Again, the rest. I don't remember if I did. But if you have other social media, private message me through there. We'll figure it out. Alright, moving on. I'm surprised because I was supposed to get a NERF package as of a couple days ago in the post office. eBay seller actually asked me about it. I said I'd take a look. It might be this one. This is the last one that was in the PO box, so it might be this. Actually, this one already has a rip here section, so I don't even need the Kniff. Okay, good. Okay, this was NERF. And this one is pretty sweet. I knew about it for a while. It's an older blaster, discontinued, like, by the time I knew about it. I saw someone review it, and then I was like, okay, that's interesting. But I didn't know if it was something I was going to get myself. Recently, I saw somebody that was actually playing around with it, and I decided to get it, and got it around $10, I think. I don't remember exactly. That's why I don't really share that much on the haul videos. But shrink wrapped all together. And it doesn't have any ammo included with it, but I do have some spares. But basically, this was from a smaller kid line from NERF called Koosh. And the idea was to have some more friendly weaponry for younger kids, like preschool or something like that. It was a little easier for them to handle it, to fire with it, so it wasn't as fancy for the triggers or functions of it, but it still had a few gimmicks. And this one in particular, called the Glow Show, is supposed to have light up darts. Well, I don't have any of the light up darts with me. I don't have them with the listing. That's totally fine. I was not really going to intend on using them that much for the glow up feature. That is really wrapped around. Okay. Now we got it all off. It's not really sticking onto it. Yeah, we don't have any ammo with it. But the idea of this, you can put a dart in the front, you pull it on the back, like so, and then you have a trigger to launch one. What's cool about this? It is entirely compatible with today's Mega Darts. So some people might use this as just a strong blaster for Mega. I have a couple Mega videos coming down the pipeline for NERF stuff, and I have remarked on those that basically they have better stuff than this. Not comparing it directly to this, but like there are features on those that I know this thing doesn't have. This one does also have a light up feature, which I'm not really sure right now how it works, but it's fine. Because like I said, I'm not really using it for the glowing feature. Let me see if I can get a dart. I did see Galligate in there. Nice to see you. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some darts. Got it. So I got two different kinds of darts because the Mega line has two kinds where one is a little more accurate than the other. That's how they're shaped. I don't know if this will eventually become a NERF review, but since I don't have the original components to it. But here's the original. And that fires very well for a Mega Blaster. And then here's the AccuStrike. Still pretty good. Like there's definitely like a good component in here that makes it fire much better. Even if it's firing one at a time, doesn't have anything to attach onto it or cosmetically, you know, accessorize it. But yeah, pretty nifty. So that was good to find. Finally arrived. Didn't know how soon that was coming in. And that's all I got to say about NERF. Well, from eBay. There's a few other things. Brickwiz, how's it going? I'm still really confused about the whole YouTube situation right now. I have to really go through and figure out what it means and if I need to really change anything with it. But for now, I'm just going to keep doing what I do. This was a trade from Sega, aka Nathan. A lot of Bionicle parts from Generation 2, which I'll basically use for MOX building. Or trading with other Bionicle fans. Whatever comes first. I traded that with the Hidden Side Juice Bar. YouTube should be about enjoyment. Keep doing what makes you happy. You got it, man. And you keep doing it as well. You're doing a very good job. So yeah, I went with Nathan to the Lego store. We picked up a second Hidden Side Juice Bar, which is what the next package will be about. And basically traded one of the Juice Bar sets that I had for that bin of Bionicle pieces, which I think was a fair trade. I think I also gave him a Valentine's Day B because I also qualified for that. What did I do to get that? Actually, I had two. So there's a B. There's a Juice Bar. I already have one built. And yes, I know I have an extra one. I will get to that sometime later. And We've got Bino parts. We've got some pick-a-brick parts. This is from the same pick-a-brick wall that Nathan was talking to Matt about. He's asking him about parts, and it wasn't much for him, but I thought these were interesting, and I might try them out. At least give me a sample for what's there. And I got this beauty. I didn't know it was only online where you could get the Year of the Pig, but I was like, that's fine. I still wanted to get this. And I was going to work up to one of the other gift with purchase stuff anyways. So this is actually pretty cool looking. It is the 80103 Dragon Boat Race. The Dragon Boat Festival, Chinese Festival Special Edition. Eventually I'll probably build this thing. But for right now, it's just going in the backlog with a lot of other LEGO sets. Because of its special edition status, a niche thing that LEGO did, I thought it'd be worth picking up. I like the niche LEGO categories and things like that. So yeah, definitely a lot of minifigures. You're right, Gallagher. What did I do for getting the other stuff? I actually forgot to bring it on the shelf. Or on the couch. Be right back. Almost forgot the NERF dart here. So, for getting the other one, I picked up 2 collectible minifigures from Series 19. I think it were 2 gamers. No, wait. That was the previous haul video. Too many LEGO store visits. Too many LEGO hauls. Not enough time. I picked up 2 that were for Nathan, and accidentally forgot to give them to them. But one of them was actually wrong. It was supposed to be the dog sitter, and I mistaked it as the mummy. Or other way around. It was really the mummy. We were trying to find the dog sitter. And the other one was a pizza suit guy. So I will get that out to him on my own. No worries. But I also got 2 more of these cases. Minifigure cases. Weren't really on a deal, but I also couldn't find them throughout other stores in general, like Target or Walmart. So I thought, why not? They're at the LEGO store. Get VIP points, maybe. It's an interesting time. But a little more for minifigure storage. It'll go up somewhere between my room or the LEGO room. We shall see in the future, perhaps. Social media and stuff. Probably share it there. Because I already have one of them hung up. Series 19. I got all the figs. And I put Johnny Thunder and several versions in there. But I plan to put all of the versions in there. There's Pepperoni. There's Infomaniac. There's my original sig fig. Like the OG first one made sig fig. We've got an Abrix 13. How's it going? Nice of you to join the stream. And yeah. So there's some good stuff. And last but not least, from Barnes & Noble, which we'll get into. Mostly LEGO stuff. Some of it on clearance, actually. They had a surprising amount of clearance stuff at the Barnes & Noble I went to. As far as LEGO, it was about 30% off for most of it, but some of it not as much. Matt already knows that I've been trying to collect all the city sets from 2018 as far as the Arctic Wave, and this is the second to last one I need to get. I know the helicopter one is still available, but I've never really seen it discounted in price. I always thought the original price of it from, I think, $40 or $35, it was just too much for what you're getting in there. So I keep waiting on that one to bump down, or find it through Facebook Marketplace like I did one other set. That one's still missing its minor pieces. It's not bad. But I got this 60196. This is the Arctic Supply Plane. One of the 2 sets that features a saber-toothed tiger and a lot of things to play around with. So I think this might be I mean, I actually really liked the flagship from this wave, the biggest set with the mammoth. That one was really cool, and it gave me a no, mega rigs vibe. That's what I'm trying to say. It gave me a mega rigs vibe where you had a whole bunch of things to play with in the same set, but they would all go together in a caravan. This one doesn't have a caravan of it, but I think it still might be fun playing around with each of the vehicles and going from one thing to another. So we got that. I was able to find a Darth Maul on clearance, 75537. I do still like the buildable figures from Star Wars, although I've been sparingly collecting them. The next one on my list would either be the newer version of Darth Vader, I'm not sure about that one yet, or Boba Fett. I definitely want to get a Boba Fett, and it's unfortunately discontinued, and finding it on resale is going to be higher than 30. Hi Joey, did you see the new UCS Star Wars set? I did. Hello Eli, nice to see you here as well. I did see it. It's cool. It's fine. It's not my kind of thing, but I know people like that. 700 is okay for a price of it compared to the UCS Millennium Falcon, and when you consider that, they're in the same size box and relatively, like that level of pieces to put together, it's cool. I do wish it had better figures, but it also goes into the topsy-turvy feeling of like, it should have better figures for Star Wars fans and collectors that really appreciate the model and still go with the model itself, because you have the officers, they go with it, of course. But if you make them exclusive to only that, you could have people complaining on the opposite side of, well, that figure is only available in this really expensive set. I'd say you should probably do it like the Batmobile. The UCS Batmobile has 2 exclusive figures, but they're both variants of existing Batman and Joker. Yeah, you're not going to get a Heath Ledger Joker outside of that set, but you're still going to get the Joker fundamentally as a character. This one, you can get those officers much cheaper, or probably some print differences. I don't know. I haven't looked that closely, but fundamentally, you could get those same characters elsewhere. But I also don't know what the draw would be of those characters to that display either. Unless it's like Grand Moff Tarkin, and I didn't realize that. But I did watch the designer video. I thought it was cool. There were a lot of really cool pieces used throughout there. Little building techniques here and there for intricate parts of it. I like that they actually based it off of the original model that they used for the movie. So, yeah, I like it. It's just not a thing that I would buy myself. That's why I'm not so hyped about it existing. I do like that we've finally gotten a newer version of it, but it's not a thing that I personally need in my life. I don't even need the UCS Millennium Falcon, either edition of them in my life. So moving on from there, we have something Splatoon related. I do like Splatoon. I play it every so often, but the merch definitely really cool to find stuff like this. The Splattershot Mini. I'd like to find the other blaster, but I don't know if anyone still carries it. And with this going on clearance, I have the feeling probably not, or not for long. Joe, do you have any ideas about what Brian is streaming today? I have no idea. I'm imagining it's probably going to be some of the new DLC from Super Smash Bros., but I could be wrong. I honestly don't know. I know as much as you know. I am as much a follower of his content as you are. And then from NERF, another NERF for NERF Fortnite Microshot. This is the 4th one I wanted to collect from the Microshot series and from the Fortnite series. Microshot is basically just a shrunken down chibi version of an existing blaster. And it does make it cool for some variants with Star Wars and Spider-Man where they didn't exist before or not for a long time. Fortnite, they do exist as larger versions, but I do like these. I think it's a really cute, fun little blaster. Nothing that has to be too competitive, but it's still like a fun thing to play around with, design-wise. So I will have 4 of them that I can review all at one video because they are fundamentally the same, but still wanted to compare and contrast how they are performance-wise. And that was the 4th one I needed. I know there are other ones There's just a whole new wave of them coming out, and no one after that. But they're not ones I particularly need to review. I don't need to get all of them. Okay, so that's the end of that bag. And inside of that bag was another bag. These are Harry Potter collectible minifigures. I am not sure. I know I have some of them, and I may have duplicates through these, but I'm going to open them up on camera anyways. So, let's get things going. You guys can start guessing in the comments which ones I get first. I don't have a Percival Graves in here. I will let you know about that. Because I already have a Percival Graves. That one I definitely knew before going to Barnes & Noble. Super duper tired. Oh, no problem, Gallagate. We pretty much covered everything here, so thanks for watching. Have yourself a good night. Alright, let's just move a few things around so we can get some room. And I'm gonna sink down to the table. US Fortniters think something. I couldn't read that. Us Fortniters think that there is going to be a Splatoon collab in the file somewhere. Interesting. I don't know if that's gonna work, especially with Nintendo having its own brand. I mean, things like that have happened before, like when Nintendo had Bowser and Donkey Kong available for Skylanders Superchargers. So I don't know if they would do something like that for Fortnite. And I'm not really a Fortnite fan of the game itself. I've only played 2 or 3 times in a group of people on like a private server. It wasn't really playing the essential Fortnite 100-man game that everybody knows. I don't have any cosmetics or accessories or whatever to go along with that. I just kind of like some designs of it, even though I'm not interested much in the game itself. And yeah, I do have it downloaded on a few consoles, but it's not something that I play on my own regularly. Be cool if it did. Yeah, it would be cool. Alright, starting off with the figures. Oh, it really does cut. Okay. Harry Potter collectible minifigures are the latest wave of CMFs that I have not completed yet. I did complete Disney Series 2. I did complete Lego Movie 2. And I did complete Series 19 that just came out. But these, I bought a few at one time, didn't get for a while, found 1 or 2, and then forgot which ones I had. So, starting things off with a Ron Weasley. I don't know if I have them already. There is a chance that some of the ones I have, if I have duplicates, I'll figure it out on what I'll do with them. Like, probably trade-wise, or I could probably use extra parts on them. Because some of them do have nice parts. Could be used elsewhere. And yeah, Ron looks pretty good here. I know I have Dean Thomas. I know I have Professor Trelawney, I think? Is that her name? The one with the teacups. Oh, what we got there? That's for sure. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing as well. Yeah. So there's a look at Ron up close, as if you haven't seen him by now. I think it's a good outfit. And definitely a cool hairpiece, because it's the same newer hairpiece from, just completed the Harry Potter wave. Nice, AB Bricks, or A Bricks 13. Sorry, I read the name wrong. Number 2, we've got Harry, which is pretty good. Do you like the way that looks? And similar outfit, right? Yeah. He's got a head wig with him. I really do like the short legs. I knew when the series came out, I needed to get one right away for short legs, because I wanted to know what those pieces were like, and it also made it easier for finding figures in the future, collectible minifigures, like knowing the space that these would take up compared to regular minifig waves. Is that the new Tux? I don't know. Maybe? I think it is a new print. Like, it's not available already. don't know if it's available in any of the regular Harry Potter sets. Alright. Number 3. Of, I think, almost 20. This one has a skirt piece. It's, I think, Cho? Is that her name? I don't remember all the characters' names. I'm not what you call a huge nerd of Harry Potter. But I'm still trying to work my way through the movies. I have read the books before. Only the first 2 books, though. Because they were a lot to read, even as a kid. I wasn't really a big reader. But I still know how to read. And I can still comprehend things. Oh, she has short legs, too. Oh, okay. I thought she... in the pictures, it made it look like she was taller than Harry. So I thought maybe she wouldn't have short legs. But, okay. So there she is. With her own owl. To tell her apart from Harry, because of the same pieces, you would just have to find her gooey, as Nathan and I called it, her gooey hairpiece. It's a flexible plastic. I might have to try and get that. Alright, yeah. Number 4. Let's see how this one is. Oh, hold on. Yep, there we go. Almost. Okay. These bags are going to get ruined. I know that. I'm not trying to keep them in good shape. Are you... What? I couldn't read that. Are you talking about the new moving mini legs? Yes, I am. I didn't know that Cho had them. The last one we just looked at. Because I thought in the checklist, it looked like she was taller, you know, like a regular minifig. No, she's got like the same, just about the same height as the other minifigs. The other ones that use the shorter legs that move. I stand corrected. We've got a Tina Goldstein. I did trade to get a Tina, but I think it didn't have the accessories, and it's fine. I couldn't actually remember if I had her already when I was finding this in the store, because it was like, well, I know one came in Lego Dimensions, but I didn't know if it was the same or slightly different or anything like that. I know a lot about Lego, and I tried my best to learn more about it, but I'm not going to know everything. As just a fact of life. So we have a Tina. I don't know why she has a hot dog, but she does in new colors, so that's cool. Good to get the new colors for a hot dog piece and the bun. The hot dog sausage piece has been in multiple colors already and multiple uses. The bun surrounding it, I think it's only been one up to this point, so now it's 2. We've got Hermione, so now we got the trio completed. Harry, Ron, and Hermione, or as I recall, Hermione, from one of the older Lego brick films about Harry Potter. She's got a cat with her. I keep forgetting. I think it's her pet. It would kind of make sense with Harry and Ron having their pets, that she would include a pet as well. Her hairpiece and the cat itself, easiest way to tell who it is. And that cat just does not want to stay on here. What is up with that cat? He's just falling off this thing. I'm giving it enough room, too. Wow. Just wow. Okay. I guess it needs a little bit more than just the base plate to stand the cat up on here. I don't remember the name of the cat. I'm sure some of you guys know. So I saw that you gave a thumbs up on what was that? So I saw you give a thumbs up on what I said on your Discord server about helping you with your Discord server. So I'm still trying to figure out the Discord server. but I might be able to use moderators, and you already know more about Discord than I do, I'm sure. So, we'll talk. We'll figure it out. Crookshanks, thank you, A Bricks. I keep thinking AB Bricks, sorry. And we got Cedric Diggory, I believe his name is, for our next minifig. Kind of was hoping he would have a double-sided face, because a lot of these do so far. But it's fine. Tri-Wizard Cup actually printed. That's nice. So I thought it was just a regular trophy piece. I was like, well, okay. What's special about that? No, this is better. Let's see now. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out Discord as far as how to use it. How to, work with the community with it. I'm also a part of a lot of Discord servers and trying to understand those communities. Not only to my benefit, but also just to be a part of them. I am still looking into the video requests people have had on the server. And I'm either going to try to make it more compiled or something else. I'm not really sure. But I am going to try to make those videos as soon as possible. So if there have been requests out there for certain things, I will get to them sooner rather than later. So that people, don't forget that they put them out there, and I feel honored that they recommended them. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time on the channel, really, and about like viewer requests of videos. When I started the channel, it was under a way where it's like, oh, you can recommend what Lego set I review next or something like that. Which is not far from what I have now. But back then, I didn't really have an audience. So people found the reviews just to find the one review. They didn't really follow for my personal taste or content or whatever you want to call it. The hairpiece fell underneath here. I'm trying to figure out where it went. Oh, there we go. It was next to me, not underneath me. But we have, I think this is Dean Thomas. So yeah, I do have two of them, but they're still, even if these are particular characters, you could still use the parts elsewhere. And you can use them for other members of each house, if I'm understanding correctly. Unless there's a specific piece, like if the Hermione piece, or the minifigure had like a time turner on it, yeah, that's pretty much only her thing. And there used to be a Hermione like that. That's how I know that. The only way it can be modded is to make a roll. You have to look it up. It's not like a button to click and it works. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying like that's a possibility. I still have to learn how it actually works before I instigate something. Alright. I lost track of how many we're on right now, but we haven't had a duplicate from this pile yet. I think I do have duplicates from what I've already bought previously, but like I said, I'll work those out on their own. We've got the very short-legged Harry. This is the one without moving legs, which is also just a really nice, like, nightgown, pajama piece, if you may. And with his, it includes an invisible cloak. Very reflective on one side. He's only got one side on his face. Wait. I guess it was always off center. Okay. I thought his lightning bolt scar was in the center of his forehead, but I was mistaken. Yeah, one side is really reflective, and the other side, a nice decorated fabric. It has like a lot of stars and moons on it. It's fairly accurate from what I remember to the first film appearance, I should say. I don't remember if it was in any other ones, because for Harry Potter books, I've only read the first two. For Harry Potter movies, I've only seen the first three. And sad to say, I don't remember much of the third one because I was trying to marathon it, and I was actually getting tired in the same day trying to watch all these films. So by the third one, I was half asleep. So I didn't remember every detail. I only remember some things about Prisoner of Azkaban. But I'd have to watch that again. The new moving mini legs are super cool. Yeah, absolutely. And some of them are versatile because they don't have prints on them. So you could use it for a lot of different figures. There we go. And speaking of which, we have one of those right here. We have Luna Lovegood. I'm familiar with the name of the character from other variants. And she's got short, regular blue legs, which is great. It is definitely a resourceful piece. I like the skirt piece too. It's just a nice design on the fabric. So we'll move that around. Fit the torso on top. I'd say the torso kind of reminds me of, what do I call it? Hearts for Joey. That's a lot of hearts. I don't know why, but thank you. She's got like a unique hairpiece too. It was a weird one to find in the what am I call it? In the package. Trying to feel the package. So it's like between the 2x3 tile and the hairpiece. And if you can feel the shoulder bag. Because I didn't really feel it. Okay. And one more on this side, and then I got the ones over to my right. Your left. Unless it reversed it here. I don't know. Forgot what I was saying before that. I feel like I said something else. So, I forget the name of this character, but he's from Fantastic Beasts. He was the Obscurial, spoilers, in the movie. I mean, the movie's a couple of years old now. I guess it's fine. I do like the little sign with it, which is Live Among Us, and a brief illustration of minifigures playing in the woods. It's a very, to me, that's very, like, classic American history. That's like, The Crucible. You know, like the famous play about Salem witch trials. So we got this guy here carrying one of those pamphlets. I think his mother is the one that made up the pamphlets and doing a lot of the propagating. So we are currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 unique figures. I said I already have a Percival Graves. That one I do remember. So we're up to 11 out of the 22. So halfway there on unique figures. On collecting the series. Do we have something else? Nope. I've only seen one. Okay. There's another one that's good for reusing parts. A black pair of pants. Is a mini short legs. And this one, I believe, is Henry Longbottom. I want to say that's his name. I could be wrong. And he's dressed up in the appropriate attire for going out to the greenhouse, where they have the heads that are on plants or something like that, and they shriek when you take them out of the pots. So I like how that's done here. I would like to see you try getting into a LEGO convention without someone saying, is that Joey? Yeah, I could definitely go to a convention without someone saying that. It just can't be a LEGO convention. But, you know, if I go much further west, probably could happen. I'm not sure if I have this one. I feel like I got it before, but I might be wrong. I don't know. And what was that? I only have black ones. Gotcha. And what is it, Angry Dragon? Nintendo just announced a weird accessory for the Switch. Well, we already know about the Switch Lite, which by itself is kind of a weird thing. Which somebody brought this to light on a video about console redesigns, and it actually made a lot of sense, or was just an interesting pattern that made sense. It's for the Joy-Cons. Okay, interesting. Nintendo only redesigns their successful consoles. It's something that was like, that actually makes a lot of sense. There's no redesign for the GameCube when it came out. There's no redesign for the Wii U. I think that was it. Because the Super Nintendo they've redesigned. The NES they've redesigned. There's the other figure from the series that has short, immovable legs. You know, slightly shorter than the rest. It's Draco. With a short cape. Draco Malfoy. I think at one point I might have said Malfoy. I just didn't know how to pronounce the name. I'm just reading it. Unfortunately, he can't hold all of his stuff in his hands. I'm gonna have to let go of that Quidditch boy. Or let go of the Golden Snitch boy. I don't know. What was the last part? Looks like it's for exercise. More info on the 12th. No, N64. You're right. N64 didn't get a redesign. So, I don't know if it's like, if they were successful, and they just didn't bother with a redesign, or if it actually was true that none of them were successful, and therefore, no redesign. Like, it's some kind of rule. Oh, this one also has short legs. So, there's 3 in the series that have short, immovable legs. We've got Dobby the Elf. His head is a semi-flexible plastic. It's kind of strange. But interesting new head for him. I know that... I don't know if the N64 was like a flop. A part of me wants to say that it wasn't, because there was a powerhouse for a lot of games when it came out. Like the little, you know, when 3D started becoming a thing, you would think of Nintendo 64, right? I mean, yeah, PlayStation was still close, and it wasn't really Xbox yet. I don't know. Funny, I'm wearing a Legend of Zelda shirt, but I'm not doing a Legend of Zelda video. Yet. Eventually I will. And that'll actually work with the shirt. So, we'll figure it out. I do have plans for a few video gaming related videos in the near future. Mostly in part because I'll be going to a video game con in New Jersey. That is this weekend, actually, in Parsippany. It's not right next door to me, but it's in my half of the state at least. So it's easier to travel to. We've got He Who Shall Not Be Named, and I still can't get over this snake. This is so weird. It's a weird piece. It even feels weird, like a softer plastic feel, but not enough to be flexible. But he is actually able to be held in hand. I think in a few spots. They kind of show like a wedge or something along some parts. On the bottom of it. I thought that's where you could hold him. I could have sworn I thought I saw in a review or something he could be held in hand. Oh, well, the very end of the tail can be held. And it's a long snake. Even that by itself is a cool snake piece that I kind of wonder if they're ever going to do again. Maybe Ninjago. They're not afraid of snakes. I ain't afraid of no snakes. I'm going to move some of these over. I get more space in the middle to open them up. Alright. I would be very happy the day that they make an N64 Classic Edition. Because that would be the next console in line. A Game Boy Classic Edition would be neat. Like to have a handheld that has a whole bunch of games on it. But I don't know if that would be an angle they would go to. especially when they have the eShop. It's kind of dicey, where it's like that is one thing I learned from their last direct announcement, was that, oh, you can play Super Nintendo games on the Switch with the Nintendo Online service, or Nintendo Switch Online, whatever it's called. I saw a comment that was like, well, that just makes the Classic Edition obsolete. I was like, well, not entirely. Because, and I'll probably do more about this on its own video, coming soon. Sooner than most when it comes to video game stuff, but in the same realm as the Lego stuff coming soon. But yeah, it does in a way, but not all of the games are available on there yet. So while the potential is there, you also are talking about something that's over 2 years old by this point, and it would probably be just as profitable for Nintendo to put them on the Switch, and you get the added bonus that you can play these on the go. You know, you can play, instead of having it plugged into a TV, you have the Switch, which I'd have to say is probably the best argument. You can play it on the go. I mean, that's basically people's argument for the Switch when Skyrim was going to be available on there. It's like, you can play Skyrim anywhere. 4. I'm more and more wrong as I keep going through the series. 4 immovable minifigure legs. So it's not a very reliable thing in trying to. Yep, Skippy just keeps walking back and forth. It's not a very reliable thing when trying to feel the packs and trying to get certain figures. Accessories and hair pieces are the way to go. It helps a little bit for the miniature Harry, because I don't know how you could feel the hair piece and be like, oh, that's what it's like, because it is pretty unique. I think it's new as of Harry. Got a bow tie on here. There's a bow tie you could feel. The other way you could treat some of these is like, if you don't feel this piece, then it's probably this figure, you know? Like if you don't find a, what do you call them? A megaphone piece, then you know that you don't have Flintwick. I think it's his name. I can be bad with these names. There he is. Looking good. Let's see. When the wild shall not be named. What do you think the chances are of Waluigi? I don't know. I don't know if they would do 2 Mario characters in the Fighter Pass. I feel like they would still stretch things out further to another video game franchise. I would say the potential for DLC characters, I have a lot more ideas. Like, we already have a Sans costume. I think it'd be cool if they did. Well, I'd have a lot of ideas of what they would do from Undertale for characters there, and some more practical than others. Frisk, I don't think would work. Yes, it's iconic. Yes, it's the main character, but Frisk as a playable fighter doesn't make a lot of sense. You don't really fight a lot with it unless you're playing a genocide route, which kind of doesn't work with part of the story of it. I would say the best one you could fit in after Sans would be Sally, or Susan. Susan, that's her name, from Deltarune. Deltarune representation, which is good. And a pretty good costume idea for either a fighter or a swordsman. Because in the game, she does use an axe every so often. So you could argue that could be for the swordsman route. Or you could have her without it, but still have the outfit when she's in the Dark World or whatever, as the fighter. Or even without the Dark World, you could just make her the fighter like that. I don't know. So next up, we've got Dumbledore. We've got Dumbledore. We've got Dumbledore, which is easy because of the pensive. Hey, Scooby. It's easy because of the pensive. If you feel that giant dish piece. You can kind of tell by the beard and the hair, 2 different parts. They're not quite the same as Luna Lovegood when it comes to the shape of them. So, I mean, kind of close inside of a closed bag, but you could tell them apart. Brian and I think that he is coming absolutely. If there is Sans, there will be Waluigi. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it could happen. I just watched a video not too long ago, like an hour before the stream, from one YouTuber video gamer that I watch called Relax Alax. And he does a lot of video game essay videos. He's notorious for a series that's all about Smash Brothers and origins of their moves and their characters and things like that. It's called Know Your Moves, appropriately. He had a video posted today about the potential of what other characters could be in Super Smash Brothers. And it's not if Sans can be in it, then this can be in it. It's more about the idea that there will be DLC characters, but there are actually some fun arguments for what characters he would predict it could be in it, what's possible and what could work with them and things like that. And our last one for today is Jacob Kowalski, my favorite character from the Fantastic Beasts series. I haven't seen the Crimes of Grindelwald, to be honest, but I still like the figure. Bricks Ninja, how's it going? Is that Joey? It is. If you see Scooby, then can I talk to Shaggy? Like, yeah, man, you can talk to him when he comes up. My voice is a little raspy right now, so I might not get the best Shaggy impression. And just like in the film, I liked that Newt and, I forgot to mention before I got Newt, but I think I showed him up close. Just like in the film, I like that both Newt and Kowalski, or Jacob, have suitcases included with their figures. It's good for the blind bags because it just makes it, more reusable for a new piece and more interesting to try to tell each of them apart. But also, it fits in the film. They swapped bags accidentally. And it's just cool to get more suitcase pieces. So I do like that there. I do like the suit for him. Let's take a look at that dapper young man, Jacob Kowalski. Very nice. I like him as a character on the whole, not just because he was a comic relief. Newt is still a good character. I can't really say much for Queenie or Tina. And Graves, well, I can't really say much because he wasn't much in the first film. You had the other kid here. Again, didn't get much of a vibe off of him. Yeah, I don't have Queenie, unfortunately, out of these. So I am working that out. Adult fan of Lego. Brickstar just posted a video. You guys can go ahead and watch that, which will be talking more about this YouTube dilemma. Because he is definitely more rehearsed in it than I am. I've heard it from him a few times today, and I appreciate it because he has some really good information trying to figure this out, seeing how it's affecting us as the Lego community online on YouTube. Like I said, I do have backup plans if I have to, jump ship to another site. I still have to work out Twitch, but that's something I can keep in the back of my head. So, how many figures do we have today? Counting appropriately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 of 22. I knew of 1 or 2 that I already had. I know there's 1 missing. And there's another that may be questionable. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream with all the different items that I got from the post office a little later than expected. I haven't streamed on Twitch yet. I'm saying I just have an account on there. I just haven't gotten the devices hooked up to it yet. So I'm still working that part. But we'll if something happens there, we'll see in the future. In the meantime, I'm going to keep making videos the same way as I always do. I'm going to have some more Maniac for Games coming soon. I know I've been slacking on that for a while, but it takes a lot more time and effort because I have to record gameplay and be able to splice that in with all the other stuff. And gaming gets to be very opinionated, so I want to make sure that I say things very well. I will say, other ideas I have coming up. I mentioned some of them on Discord, but other ones that are coming down the pipeline are related to collectathons, where I'll be updating about different collections of video games. That one may actually be coming sooner. than the other ones I've already listed. Because game anecdote, it takes a lot more for scripting, for the games involved with them. But I have a couple ideas, and hopefully one of them comes out soon. I'm also going to try one of the main NERF games videos soon is also going to be based on a Video Game Con 2019. I'd have to find my old footage from previous years, and I would love to include that in there as well, but unfortunately, I don't know where it is, and it might have been lost on a laptop that is currently dead. Like, battery cannot charge dead. So, that's fun. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day, everyone. And go check out Brickstar's video. Adult fan of Lego. Twitch isn't bad. Yeah, I know it's not bad. Can you not? You were so good. You were so good all stream. Go check out Brickstar's video. I'm going to go watch it myself. Did you want me to link your Discord in the chat? Nah, it's fine. I'm going to update on the Discord stuff into the regular, like, in the descriptions, they usually say, like, automatically about the different links. I'm going to add Discord in there. But I also had a video go out yesterday and the day before that also have the Discord link in there. So, it's not hard to find. I'll probably tweet it and other social media to say, hey, this actually exists. But yeah, we'll figure it out. And, again, I like the hype train, but I don't know where exactly all this is going to go. I just have a bunch of tools I'm playing around with, and we'll see how it all turns out. We'll see you next time with more videos. I'm going to re-outro myself for a second or third time. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.